Hello, progressive women, and welcome to our space where women like you and I, women who are in our prime, are unblocking, redefining, and progressing our deepest desired lives that we love. And we are doing this by encouraging it imperfectly. Now, first and foremost, let me say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers in the hood, to the fathers who watch this program. I've met a few men who tell me that they follow these videos. They give me blow by blow of the latest video that I've done. And they tell me, but we follow you from the closet because we know that you're addressing women. Please come out of the closet and just make bold and courageous posts, because this content is for everyone, except for when I'm addressing it, I address to the woman in her prime. So happy Father's Day. Now, today I want to talk about the three types of fathers, or the three stages of fatherhood. Okay? And specifically, obviously, I want to talk about the fathers who are in the hood. Now, there's an idea about the first stage is just fathering, and fathering is God given. It's one of those things that no one can say this is my. It's about me. It's just about biology. It's how we are wired. It's how men are wired at a certain stage of their development, physical, physiological, biological development. They will be capable and able to father children. So that is one stage, and some men are just proud and happy to be stuck there. But please understand that that does not make you a father, and that does not get you to be an effective father or to enter into fatherhood. Okay, a lot of that's at the basic, at the bottom of the pyramid, as we could call it that. Then there is the next stage, or the next level of being a father, which is really being a father. These are people who recognize and understand, oh, I am going to be a father. Some make a deliberate choice to be fathers, and some, because a child have come, decide, okay, I need to father up. I choose to be a father. And these are men who are, just being fathers. They're just doing what they know how to do, as being a father, and they're just, again, being around, being fathers, but they're not making any kind of huge or big impact in their lives, in their children's lives. They are not making any big contribution in terms of the spiritual, emotional, relational, social development of this child, but they're there. Then we have the next level, and which is what I want to speak a lot into today, which is fatherhood. The people who enter into fatherhood. When I think about a hood, I think about a space that is enclosed and safe and secure. A hood can be, but also a hood can also be chaotic. It's an area that is secluded, because we know it. We know that you're entering to a certain hood, or leaving one hood to another. Some hoods are very secure and clean and green. Some hoods are very insecure, very chaotic, and quite unsafe. And so, the kind of hood that a father creates for their children, that is what I want to speak into. And being present in the hood means that you are intentionally, deliberately, God helping you, being able to make a contribution into your child's life. You are supporting that child's development, whether it's their spiritual development, their physical development, their social development. You are supporting their emotional development as well, and their relational development. You are helping them to grow in their self-esteem. You help them to grow in courage. You're helping them to grow in becoming bold. So that's fatherhood. That's what it is. And it's a hood, and it's about how you want to make that hood for yourself. With the kind of plants meaning the kind of thoughts that you want to plant into your child's life, the kind of beliefs that you want your child to have about themselves, the kind of discipline that you instill, because even in the hood we have to clean, we have to cut, we have to prune. It's about doing the work that fatherhood requires. Now, back to us as progressive women. As I'm speaking about this message, you may be thinking about two things. You are either thinking about your children and going, oh, my children, they don't have anyone in the hood. Or you may be thinking about your own father and thinking, wow, me, I grew up in a hood that was completely chaotic, no care, no nothing. It was just, he was absolutely absent, or he was there, but he was quite a passive father and therefore made very little or no impact in my life. Whatever the case, you are a progressive woman. So, how do you progress yourself from focusing on that fatherhood into becoming the effective, amazing, bold, blessed woman that God has created you to become? It is through the tool of forgiveness. It is by you just being able to look back and say, you know what? Yes, that's been my experience. And yes, my children may be experiencing this out of this father that I chose for them. But I choose to forgive him. It may be hard sometimes to forgive him as a father, but you can choose to forgive him as a man with failings, a man with weaknesses, and you can say, I want to forgive him as a man. You may also choose to forgive him as a human being, because when you think about your own humanness and how often you also fail in some things, how often your weaknesses come in your way, the things that you have also neglected where you should have been present, then you can say, from a human perspective, I choose to forgive him. As a father, it could be difficult. And after you have done that, the next step is to really just connect with the one father who does not fail you, the one father who is always there in the hood. He's there ever present, no matter where you take yourself. And that is to connect with the fatherhood of God. God as your father, that father who is the epitome of all fatherhood and all fatheriness and all fatherness, if there's anything like that. So it's to connect with him and say to him, come and feel that hole in my heart, that was left by the absence of my father, or by the passiveness of my father, or by the weaknesses of my father. Whatever it is, invite him and say to him, let me experience you as a father and complete in me that longing for a father. That's what you do, and that's what you teach your children how to do over and over again. I know it's going to be a tough one, but remember this: everything that you've been through, every experience, every rise and every fall has prepared you for your next chapter. What you need to do is to start where you are and keep progressing imperfectly, because you are indeed a bold, blessed woman. See you next time.